Imagine walking into a room you thought you knew inside out, only to discover something so shocking it flips your entire understanding of history. That's exactly what happened to Prince William, heir to the British throne, when he stumbled upon a hidden box tucked away in Queen Camilla's closet. Inside, private letters from Princess Diana, letters that were never intended to see the light of day again. The discovery has left the royal family reeling and the world buzzing with speculation. Before we continue, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell for updates. You might be thinking, letters? Really? How could pieces of paper cause this much upheaval? But these weren't just any letters. They contained intimate thoughts, unfiltered reflections, and perhaps even revelations about palace life that few were ever meant to know. In this article, we'll dive deep into the story behind these letters, explore what they reveal about Diana, Camilla, and the royal family, and unpack why this discovery has set the royal world on fire. It was an ordinary Tuesday, or at least it seemed like one. Prince William had been visiting Buckingham Palace to check on preparations for an upcoming event when curiosity led him to a rarely used room in Queen Camilla's private quarters. A door slightly ajar caught his eye, and inside, among designer coats and meticulously arranged shoes, sat an unassuming box. What happened next can only be described as a jaw-dropping moment of history colliding with the present. The box contained dozens of letters, penned in Diana's unmistakable handwriting, each one brimming with personal reflections, confessions, and emotions that Diana had never shared publicly. Can you imagine the tension in that room? The weight of decades of royal secrecy suddenly pressing on the young prince's shoulders. What makes this find so extraordinary isn't just the letters themselves. It's what they reveal about the relationships, betrayals, and untold stories within the palace. And as William carefully read through them, one thing became abundantly clear. Some secrets were meant to stay buried, but destiny had other plans. What strikes most readers about these letters is the raw honesty and vulnerability Diana expresses. She doesn't write with the polished grace the world saw on television or in official statements. These letters are her unfiltered thoughts, her frustrations, her fears, and even her humor. One letter reportedly describes a clandestine conversation with Camilla, in which Diana expressed both anger and curiosity about the Duchess's role in her life and the monarchy at large. Imagine reading a letter written decades ago and realizing that someone's words could suddenly reshape public perception of events long considered settled. It's the kind of historical twist that feels almost cinematic. And there's more. Some letters hint at alliances, whispers, and palace dynamics that no one outside a few insiders had ever known. They reveal the human side of royalty, moments of doubt, jealousy, and even small acts of kindness that the world never saw. Can you picture it? A woman, once under relentless scrutiny, finally speaking her mind, unbound by protocol or cameras. For historians and royal enthusiasts alike, these letters are a treasure trove of insight, and a gentle reminder that behind the crowns, tiaras, and royal protocols, human emotions run deep. How did the letters end up in Queen Camilla's closet? That's the question that has stirred intrigue and speculation. Some speculate that the letters were placed there to protect them, perhaps in a moment of reconciliation or as a silent acknowledgement of Diana's influence. Others suggest that Camilla may have kept them to maintain control over what could become explosive material. The idea of a hidden stash of letters in a palace closet is almost cinematic in its drama. You can imagine the quiet hum of chandeliers, the faint echo of footsteps on polished floors, and the hush of secrecy that has pervaded royal life for centuries. It's almost too good to be true, a literal treasure trove of personal history discovered in a place no one would think to look. And therein lies the fascination. What would you do if you stumbled across a hidden record of someone's deepest thoughts? For Prince William, it wasn't just a personal discovery. It was a revelation that could alter the narrative of his family's legacy. Reading Diana's letters is like listening to a voice frozen in time, an intimate perspective that fills in the gaps between public appearances and media portrayals. Through these letters, Diana emerges not just as the iconic Princess of Wales, but as a woman navigating a labyrinth of expectations, betrayals, and personal challenges. Some letters reportedly contain reflections on Camilla, Charles, and the pressures of royal life. Others express Diana's hopes for her children, her fears about their future, and her unshakable desire for authenticity in a world that often demanded conformity. It's fascinating to realize how much context these letters provide. They paint a picture of a royal family that, behind the polished appearances and formal events, is filled with ordinary human emotions. Jealousy, love, regret, and longing. But there's one burning question. What did Prince William do with these letters? Will he preserve them privately, or could the public one day gain access to these intimate windows into Diana's life? And if so, how will that reshape the narrative we've long believed about Camilla, Charles, and the monarchy as a whole? Word of the discovery has reportedly sent shockwaves through the royal family. Conversations that were once whispered in the quiet halls of Buckingham Palace are now the subject of intense scrutiny. Courtiers, aides, and advisors are said to be on high alert, trying to gauge the potential fallout from these letters. For Camilla, in particular, the discovery is a complicated matter. On one hand, the letters could provide a bridge toward understanding and reconciliation. On the other, they hold power. Power that can shape public perception, rewrite historical narratives, and potentially ignite long-buried tensions. Even Prince Harry's camp has reportedly taken a keen interest, given the letter's potential insights into his mother's experiences and perspectives. The web of relationships, loyalties, and tensions that these letters touch upon is intricate and fascinating, a living testament to the complexity of royal life. Beyond the intrigue and drama, there's something deeply human about this story. These letters remind us that behind every public persona lies private thoughts, struggles, and hopes. They encourage us to think about the importance of transparency, of preserving history, and of honoring the voices that might otherwise be forgotten. For readers, there's an actionable takeaway. Consider the hidden letters in your own life, the conversations, stories, or insights that are waiting to be acknowledged. How often do we overlook the small but powerful narratives in our own lives that, if revealed, could reshape understanding and relationships? It's also a reminder to cherish and preserve personal histories. Diaries, letters, or even emails. These everyday artifacts can hold immense value for future generations, providing perspective, clarity, and connection long after the moment has passed. Why does this story grip the world so tightly? Perhaps it's because it combines elements of royalty, mystery, history, and human emotion. It's a real-life drama that's more compelling than fiction. It satisfies our curiosity about the private lives of public figures, while also inviting reflection on universal experiences of love, loss, and legacy. And the timing couldn't be more compelling. In an era of viral news cycles, instant reactions, and social media speculation, the story of Diana's letters hidden in Camilla's closet has all the elements that make a headline irresistible: secrecy, surprise, and the potential for historical reevaluation. Readers find themselves drawn into a narrative that is at once personal and epic. It's about one family, but it's also about all of us, the stories we keep, the truths we uncover, and the legacy we leave behind. So what does the future hold for these letters? Will they remain a private treasure, carefully guarded by Prince William? Or will they eventually be released to the public, potentially reshaping the historical record of one of the world's most scrutinized families? There are no easy answers. The discovery opens the door to endless speculation, discussions, and debates. It challenges long-held assumptions, forces us to reconsider past narratives, and ultimately invites us to look at history through a more nuanced lens. One thing is certain: the world will be watching closely, eager to see the next chapter in this unfolding royal saga. And while we may not have all the answers today, the story of Diana's letters hidden in Camilla's closet is a powerful reminder that the past is never truly gone. It has a way of re-emerging when we least expect it. The discovery of Princess Diana's letters in Queen Camilla's closet is more than a royal scandal. It's a human story. It's about secrecy, revelation, legacy, and the enduring power of personal truth. It reminds us that history is often shaped by the unexpected, and that understanding the past can illuminate the present in profound ways. What would you do if you stumbled upon hidden truths about your family, your past, or even a public figure you admire? How would it change the way you see the world? If this story captivated you, share your thoughts. Comment below with what you think the letters reveal and how they might reshape our understanding of the royal family. And don't forget to share this article with friends who love a good royal mystery.